Now you chilling with the nicest, the flyest, Defynest Podcast.
Back at it again, man. Back at it again, man. I want to thank y'all for listening to the Defynest Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Macedo. Yo, man, and this is where we defy the definition. And for this episode, I really just wanted to kind of lay down like my plans and my idea for the Defynest in the upcoming future, man. Yeah, man. I really want to make it into something that, let me start all over again. Yo, we back at it again, man. Back at it again, man. I want to thank y'all all to listening for the back at it again, man. And I want to thank y'all to all right. We back at it again, man. I want to thank y'all for listening to the Defynest Podcast, where we defy the definition. I'm your host, Michael Macedo, and today, man, I really just wanted to make like the shortest episode ever of the Defynest Podcast. I really just want to lay down the direction, the future for Defynest, man, and let y'all in on stuff that I've been working on and stuff that's coming in the future. So I guess we got to start with the reasoning and the idea behind Defynest. See, the idea for Defynest really kind of all stems back to something that I've struggled with my entire professional career. See, no matter what job I've had, I've always felt unfulfilled. And all that comes from what I think is it's something that, started when I was little, really. Man, see, my entire life, I've spent it learning and like teaching myself about things that I'm interested in, man. So over the years, man, this has turned into me developing a wide range of skills, man, from all kinds of things, man. And what I feel like is, man, if I don't use my entire skill set, then it just seems wasteful. That I'm just wasting it all, man. And every job I've had up to this point, I've always felt limited. I've never felt like I was using all the skills that I had to do, man. What it ends up turning into is just me repeating the same thing over and over again, man. And that just wears on me, man. It wears on me. I get tired from it. And really, man, I'm not fulfilled. I'm not happy. What makes me happy is improving. I want to see some form of progression, man. I don't want to do the exact same thing over and over again, man. I don't push my brain when I'm just repeating something that I already know how to do, man. And yeah, man, so I just want to be able to make a living doing whatever I want to do and basically using all the skills I've learned and taught myself over the years, man. And through entrepreneurship, I've been able to get like a little taste of this happiness, man. But, looking back, like all it's turned into is basically me jumping in and out of like different industries whenever I want to get my fix, man. So I could be doing video production, and then I jump into photos, and then I go into working on cars, and then I go to editing audio, and then I go to like doing like fixing the house and then working on all this other stuff, man. All these things, I'm just really just jumping in and out of different places, man. And really, man, it's to the point where like I'm fed up with it, man. I'm tired of being felt like I'm being torn apart, man. I I feel like at this point, man, it's really when like everything should be coming together for me, man. It's I shouldn't feel like professionally like I'm being torn apart, man. And so that's where Defynest comes into, man. I want to make Defynest basically the vehicle that brings it all together for me. See, just one thing, Defynest, man. One place where I could do everything that I want to do. Instead of me like having to get clients, look for clients, who are wanting to do or searching for video production or need some like help designing a website or all this other stuff. Like instead of me doing all of that, man, I just want to focus on one thing that would make me happy, man. Like I don't want to have to feel like I have to make a name for myself like in the video production world or the design world or the photography world or the even back when I was working on cars in the automotive industry, all these different industries that I'm jumping in and out of because I've taught myself over the years these skills that I can do. I could do that job. I could do that job, man. No matter what, honestly feel like no matter what industry you put me in, I'm gonna be fine. Like I could do whatever job it is. So, but I don't want to feel like I'm segmenting myself, man. I just want to focus on one thing, man. And Defynest is gonna be that thing that I focus on, man. It's gonna be the brand. And there's going to be different extensions of it. So, all right, so you're listening to this, so you know about the podcast. But Defynest is more than just a podcast, man. I have plans to do like an art line where I'm actually painting canvases. I have another idea that I call that is like a branch of Defynest is going to be called Control. It's going to be called Control Z, which is going to be like a series where I basically take worn down, broken things, and bring them back to life. See, the name Control Z is a reference to computer shortcut and a whole bunch of programs, and especially like all the Adobe programs or anything like that. So Premiere, Audition, Illustrator, After Effects. The shortcut key, when you hold down Control and Z, it's undo. That's the shortcut for undo. So basically undo the last step that you did. So, and it's something that I use way too often in all these programs. So man, I just felt like it was a cool, and I like fixing things, man. I like fixing things. I like, if something's broken, I like the challenge. It's like a puzzle to me, though. It's like, all right, let me figure out how to fix it, and then get it back working. So yeah, the idea for the Control Z series is going to be basically a series where, I take things, whether say broken furniture or anything broken furniture. Basically, I fix that. I'm going to repair that furniture and then, also add my own little flair to it, man. Instead of just being like a normal piece of furniture, I want to turn it into more like an art piece. And yeah, man. And that's where like a lot of the direction for Defynest is going to go to. It's going to head more for me, it's going to be head more into the creative side, because the creative side is where I find, the excitement. That's where I get excited to do, man. Whether it's film, video, music, audio work, actual like traditional art. That stuff, man, that stuff is what gets me excited, where I could just, let my imagination go free and just create something, whatever my brain wants, man, just create that. So a lot of the direction of Defynest is going to head more to the creative side. So yeah, man, I got a whole bunch of designs lined up for clothing. So there's going to be a Defynest clothing. And really, the main reason I'm doing this video, or to let y'all know about this, is this yeah, man, there's also going to be a Defynest music line, an extension of Defynest, which is going to be focused on music, man. I guess you could call it a label. And yeah, man, something that I've been working on, in the past, recently, something I finished up recently is an album, a music album, man. So Defynest Music is releasing a surprise rap album. And don't worry, it's not me. I'm not the rap artist. I'm not rapping on there, man, but I got friends who are rap artists. And so yeah, man, me releasing a music album under Defynest Music is what happens when I have a hard drive that has music on it, and I get, I have a little time thanks to the pandemic. So yeah, man, all I need is the music and, a little time, and I'm going to release an album, and this is a surprise album. The artist didn't even know I was releasing this. I actually surprised him with it this past Saturday. And so that's the first he knew about it. And it's pretty cool because I got it. I recorded it, so I got footage of it, and I'm going to be releasing that video pretty soon. So if you're not subscribed to the Defynest YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe to that so you can see that footage and see how all that went down. But yeah, man. So releasing an album, man. The first album to the Defynest music label is from my boy Izzy Mora, and it is entitled Morality. So yeah, man, it's out now. You can go ahead and listen to it on wherever you find your music. It's Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon Music. It should be on Tidal. It should be on Pandora. All of them. Wherever you listen to music, it should be up there. And yeah, man. If you want to go listen to it, man, check it out, man. And I plan to make the album free to download on the Defynest website. Just that at the time of this, that you're listening or watching to this, it's not going to be up yet. I need to do that. It's on my to-do list. It's going to be up there eventually. I'm going to make it free to download on the Defynest website. But yeah, so I'm going to share all the links to it in the description of whatever you're listening to. But yeah, whatever you listen to, if you want, just type in Izzy Mora, Morality, and it should come up. So I mixed this album, I mastered this album, I pieced it together from basically songs he had on the hard drive, man. It was his computer broke, and I had his computer, and I took a look at it. It turns out the power supply was messed up. But on his computer, it was an all-in-one. So in those all-in-one configurations, the power supply is like a proprietary, just weird form factor. So I ended up looking up for that part and for the power supply, and it's way too much money for the specs that the computer has. So I told him about it. I never ended up fixing it, but I still the hard drive in it was good. So and he had all the music on the hard drive. So yeah, man, I went through all the music, picked out some songs, arranged it into an order where it makes sense, and yeah, pieced it together, man. And really like how it all turned out. I did artwork, cover art for the album and for each songs. And yeah, man, I'm gonna have a separate video where I break down the reasoning and the motives behind each of the artwork and how I did it and why I did it and all that stuff. But yeah, man, it's we're expanding the Defynest line, man. We launched into music now. I'm gonna launch into art. I'm gonna actually fully launch the clothing line. I got a whole bunch of designs already ready to go. Yeah, man, it's gonna be more. I'm just gonna keep adding into it, man. Everything I do, my focus right now, it's just on Defynest, man. This is all I want to do. This is what makes me happy, man. So yeah, man. I want to thank y'all for listening to this episode. I'm 100% certain, 100% sure that this is the shortest episode ever. And yeah, man. So thanks, guys. And check out Izzy Mora, Morality, out now. And that's it.
Different rap you never heard. Hey, look, I teach you things, listen up and learn. I'm from a different planet, atmosphere, stay fly as hell, no landing gear. I'm out to spit the universe. Yeah, I look like answers, no surprise. Gotta drive, no motorized, known to ride that chroma side. I hit my zone, can't blow my high. Speak the truth, you go and lie. See it in your face and eyes. You just hate to recognize. You just hate the fact I'ma do it bigger. You just hate the fact I get it popping like a trigger. They told me that I can, they told me that I couldn't. They told me I'ma lose, but they doubting on no winner. That's right, motherfucker.